Alright, so you know the Alien vs. Predators universe, right? Absolute classic. When I first stumbled across those titles, I legit thought, who's out here reading stories about these terrifying, ugly as sin creatures? But then, I got it. The designs, the wild backstories, the idea of villains having villains of their own. It's actually pretty awesome. And one character from that world who's always kept fans guessing is the Serpent Hunter. Or as some people call him, Alien Head Predator. And today, we're diving into his story. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, let's begin. Who is Alien Head Predator? What is his backstory? This guy's basically the Predator version of a ghost story. Barely anyone knows anything solid about him. What we do know is that he never takes off his mask. Ever. Not even around his own kind. People call him Alien Head Predator because his mask looks like a Xenomorph's head, and surprise surprise, he's one of the deadliest Xenomorph hunters out there. He's part of the Elite Clan, which is like the special forces of the Predator world. At one point, he shows up on this planet called BG-386, but no one's entirely sure if he actually got into any fights. What is confirmed is that he took down this absolute monster called the Abomination, a hybrid Xenomorph that was basically a walking nightmare. After that, he dipped. Took off to who knows where, probably chasing more Xenomorphs on some hive planet. And here's where it gets interesting. The last time anyone saw him, he was boarding the mothership and following orders from another predator called Dark. Which kinda makes you wonder, if Serpent Hunter's one of the top Xenomorph killers, why is he taking orders? Is Dark just that powerful? Or is there some deeper respect thing happening? Nobody's ever explained it. And guess what? When a gaming company came out with a Serpent Hunter action figure, the mask was still on. No one's seen his actual face. Not in games, comics, nothing. Fans were hoping we'd get an unmasked version, but nope, the mystery lives on. And honestly, that's part of what makes him so popular. Role of Alien Head Predator in Predator mythos. The character of Serpent Hunter has been far too secretive to describe his role in the Predator world, since it's common knowledge that Predators hunt down their staunchest enemies, the aliens, and in that area, the Serpent Hunter scores big time, putting to rest all questions about his contribution. But it's important to explain why he belongs to the Elite Clan. In the Yautja world, they've graded their predators to ensure their foundation is strong where combat and hunting is concerned. They're divided into the unblooded predators, the lowest rank in the hierarchy, who are trained in combative arts to qualify as young bloods. The next stage is that of becoming the blooded, when the young blood makes his first Xenomorph kill. The next level is the elite predator, wherein a blooded predator would have to kill a significant number of dangerous species of Xenomorphs to qualify as the elite. The challenge is also that the blooded predator would have to be able to fight a group of Xenomorphs all at once to get the coveted title, and Serpent Hunter was elite. After becoming an elite predator, you could get promoted to elite clan leader if you're able to kill a Xenomorph queen. The final level is that of the elders and the ancients. Design and abilities of the alien head. Fashioned on the Xenomorph's head, the Serpent Hunter has no eye lens, yet hunted with such skill, it put the ones with sight to shame. He deliberately injured his eyes, since it allowed him to heighten his other senses. There's also another theory that he may have lost his eyesight due to exposure to the acid blood during his hunting expeditions, evidence of which would have been seen whenever he removed his mask, since his body would have a myriad of corrosive burn marks. His mastery of weapons was par excellence. His tracking abilities are top-notch, and despite being 1,000 years old, he sat at the top of his game. He hunts with precision, mimicking the movements of his prey so that he can understand the mindset of the victim, Xenomorph, to get a better kill. Weaponry. Being a Yautja, the alien head predator owns most of their traditional weaponry. The only difference is that the Serpent Hunter designed his biohelmet to mirror that of the head of a Xenomorph, which is his way of honoring his several Xenomorph kills. The cloak, as the name suggests, hides the wearer and also helps in camouflaging them, and is based on Yautja's advanced technology that additionally ensures invisibility. The camouflage feature creates a chameleon field for camouflaging and is also known as the shift suit. The invisibility feature allows the wearer to become almost invisible, completely unable to be spotted with the use of any kind of machine, such as electronic scanners. As per the technology, the cloak distorts the light around the body of the user in such a manner that it becomes transparent, which means one can see through them, like a transparent film covering the body surface of the user. Although a silhouette of the user is visible, making it vulnerable, but if the predator remains still, it's difficult to spot. Water is another impediment that deactivates the cloak, which can be re-engaged once you're out of the water. If the prey relies on vision, then the cloak can be used to dodge them. Otherwise, heightened sensory abilities in a Xenomorph can still cut through the cloak and get to the predator, making it useless. But the Serpent Hunter has an advantage here since he's already blind. Therefore, his other sense organs are extremely heightened to judge the Xenomorph's next move. Yautja starships also use cloaking systems to camouflage, since they fear their ship being stolen. Dual wrist blades. Wrist blades are the basic armaments for any Yautja, and the Serpent Hunter uses dual wrist blades, which also have another name, gauntlet knives. The blades can change into retractable blades that have serrations. They're about 6 to 8 inches in breadth and have a maximum length of 18 inches. The blades attach themselves, emerging from the back of the hand to the wrist gauntlet worn by the Predator. Generally, a single gauntlet is worn, but there are many stylish variations available. The wrist blades are used when the opponent is stripped of their arms, and the final blow comes from the wrist blades. At times, a projectile can also be launched from the wrist gauntlet. Without the gauntlet, the wrist blades cannot exist, therefore it's a crucial piece of weaponry that's attached to the wrist of the Yautja. The Serpent Hunter wears one, and the wrist gauntlet is a storehouse of several advanced features such as the SATCOM, the plasma caster, and the self-destruct mode. If lost or misplaced, the wearer is subject to severe punishment since it's invaluable to the Yautja. The device is like a computer with a display screen that has controls that are digitized, and have numerous commands that can be given. The gauntlet is connected to the biohelmet and is an energy-driven device that can be depleted from continued use. It can, however, be charged from standard man-made batteries. The wrist gauntlet, in some rare cases, is said to be surgically stitched into the arm of the Predator, such that if it's removed, it could take the life of the Predator. This particular information brings me to a theory. What if the Serpent Hunter isn't an original Predator, but was an artificial one with a surgically grafted wrist gauntlet? What if the Serpent Hunter was a Xenomorph, who had switched sides after artificial conditioning? It could be a possibility. Otherwise, how does one justify the mystery behind his face? No one talks about him or his past. The wrist gauntlet is the one that controls the self-destruct device, which allows the Predator to take his own life and die honorably. The computer screen is also the reasons humans are able to hack in and study these creatures. The ceremonial dagger is a long blade-cum-sword made from the bones of a Xenomorph to withstand its acidic blood and is mainly used to cut open the carapace of a Xenomorph after killing it. It's a blade for retaining the memory of killing an enemy in the form of a trophy. It's also used to kill if the need arises. Plasma caster is an articulated arm that's mounted on the shoulder to fire a myriad of long-range shots containing charged plasma, which depend on the individual's strength and can be altered. It's powerful enough to destroy the hull of a starship. The cannons spew pale blue to yellow plasma. The shuriken is a weapon that can cut a Xenomorph in two. Imagine the sharpness of a weapon to be capable of such a feat. It's known as the Yautja Serpent Hunter's thrown weapon. The weapon consists of 6 retractable blades and can be used like a hacking weapon. The technology used in the shuriken is so advanced that it can track and target the prey and return to the user. I call it a boomerang with GPS functionality, but due to its heavy weight, it sometimes gets stuck on surfaces. The shuriken has such high velocity that in addition to attacking a Xenomorph, it can raise a human several feet high and pin it against a wall. The shuriken folds back its 6 blades and goes into its hub like an arrow being kept in a quiver when not in use. The Serpent Hunter's personality seems obscure because no one has seen it in its full glory or maskless. In my opinion, he's holding back a secret that could ruin his existence. He's a silent and agenda-based worker who gets the goods delivered. That's him fully obsessed with hunting down the Xenomorph. Marvelous verdict. The Serpent Hunter feels like an incomplete character who's an enigma. I'm desperate enough to write a letter to the makers to explore this underrated and underexploited being to the fullest. He already has fans all over, so imagine the reaction when they reveal a new movie with the maskless Serpent Hunter. The makers owe this gift to their fans and all who have been following the world of the Yautjas. Even while playing the game, you wonder about this elite clan member. Is he an elitist or is he an egotistical predator who thinks everyone else is a minion? Or is he just a sad being mourning about something? I feel every scar on his body is an untold story. Shout out to the Serpent Hunter for being so discreet, yet getting all the attention. I'm not gonna be discreet though, it's time to say goodbye. If you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.